And welcome to the calendar. I'm Frank McCaffrey. This is the show where we go over the goings on in the region. We're joined by Crystal Schelle. She is the lifestyle editor of the Herald-Mail. Her finger is on the pulse of what's going on in the world of entertainment and things to do in the region. And
check her pulse.
And of course, this is summertime, so there's a lot of people who want to get out and see things, and we've got a lot going on. So let's dig right into it. The first event is called Boeing, and my first reaction to this is, does this have to do with aircraft flying around in the air? Is that what this is?
A little bit, yes.
A little bit, okay.
So this is the Totem Pole Playhouse. We mentioned them before, and we've been having this heat wave, and I like the fact it's up a little bit up in the mountains, and it seems always cool up there. Just nice mountain coolness. Anyways, okay, so this play is about it takes place in the 1960s. It's about American living in Paris and juggling 3 fiancés, all of whom are air hostesses, hence Boeing. Mm-hmm. It was actually originally a classic farce, and it is a classic farce. It was originally written by a French playwright. So it's going to be hilarious as usual, and this show actually runs through August 4th. So if you miss it this weekend, you can definitely find a time.
This guy's juggling 3 fiancés, huh?
Yeah, that's trouble with a capital T.
Yeah, that's going to blow up in your face.
Yes.
That's going to blow up your face. I don't know this from experience, but okay, maybe. The 90s, guys. We'll talk about that later in life. Okay, now let's put that information up on the screen. It's called Boeing. It continues through Sunday, August 4th at the Totem Pole Playhouse. That's 9555 Golf Course Road, Fayetteville, Pennsylvania. Tickets start at $19.50. Go to that webpage or call that number on the screen for more. Okay, now we have a chance to get out and meet an author. In fact, the event is called Meet the Author. And who would the author be?
Her name is Judy Walter. And going from like something funny to something very serious, she wrote this book called Nightmare in Europe, and discusses European Jews during World War II. She did a lot of research and experiences. She taught English at the Career Center in Chambersburg. And she led a unit on the Holocaust and had a Holocaust survivor come in. And she was so moved by that experience that really spoke to her. She had other people talk about their experiences living through the Holocaust. And when she retired, she felt that this was the book she needed to write, mainly because survivors kept on telling her that, that one day they would be gone and there'd be nobody left to share their story. And that's pretty, I don't know. Every single time I read something about, the concentration camps or World War II, I can't imagine, that. I mean, unfortunately, genocide has continued to happen since World War II, and it just breaks my heart to think that, like one man could brainwash billions of people to thinking that, wipe somebody else off the face of the earth. That's crazy.
Well, throughout history, we have found that absolute power absolutely corrupts.
Yes,
and
exactly.
In certain cases, like countless cases throughout history, let's go to Cambodia, the Khmer Rouge. One leader can get all of his people to do what they want and wipe out the others. And it's a terrible, terrible aspect of history. And this author would really help put a lot of that into perspective.
Yeah.
Let's put that on the screen. Meet author Judy Walter, 6 p.m. Thursday, July 25th at the Smithsburg Library, 66 West Water Street in Smithsburg. Call that number on the screen to reserve a seat. Again, this sounds like it's a very interesting and deep topic that people of all ages should really educate themselves on, because throughout history, terrible things have happened.
Well, my grandfather, he died, when my dad was a senior in high school. But when he got back from World War II, he served in the Battle of the Bulge. And when he brought back all this stuff, one of which I remember distinctly as a kid was like, they made postcards in Germany of the concentration camps, like people standing beside, shoving people into the fires and stuff like that. It was kind of,
very sick.
Yeah, it's very sick. And I really would love to read her book and just chat with her about that. I mean, it's something that needs to be taught and retaught so people don't forget.
Absolutely. Throughout history, terrible things have happened, and yeah, people of all ages, you're right, need to be taught and retaught this so we can avoid it in the future. Okay, now let's move on to something that seems very entertaining, and we've talked about it a lot, this Tony Saylor concert series.
This has been a really popular concert series, because one of the reasons they're getting really good bands coming in. The Stony Creek Bluegrass Band, they're really well known in the area. Actually, if you go to their website, you can download a free song. But we have a little video here of them performing.
Are you ready to go home with Jesus? He is coming back to claim his own bride.
The Tony Saylor concert series seems to be very popular this summer, so that is something worth checking out.
Anytime you can go out and, shake your tail feather. That's what I'm all about.
All right. So let's give them some information on how they can get out and shake their tail feather if that's what they choose to do. It's Stony Creek, 7 p.m. This is the Tony Saylor Concert Series, Thursday, July 25th, War Memorial Park, Tennessee Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia. It is free, rain or shine. Go to that webpage on the screen for more. Okay, now we have something that we're probably going to talk about, and then we'll give you the information after the break. A beautiful area of the country. I love it very much myself. Shippensburg, Pennsylvania is going to be having a symphony festival series. Shippensburg is beautiful in the summer.
Right.
It's a very relaxing town.
It's beautiful kind of all year round. This is, we talked about the one last week. This is the third and final in the series of their festival series. And the mezzo-soprano Sasha Cook will be performing. She actually premiered in the Metropolitan Opera and in this show called Dr. Atomic, which I think I would go to see an opera called Dr. Atomic. I don't know. It sounds like Doctor Who. And anyways, the DVD won a 2012 Grammy Award for Best Opera Recording. So she's pretty good, and we actually have a video of her too. Okay,
can we show that video after the break? So we're going to give you this video clip, and then we're going to give you information on how you can see this event coming up after the break on the calendar.